So welcome to all of you Shiksha 360, and today basically we have to discuss the Module C MCQ set number 6. So ABM basically memory based and important questions. This is basically set number 6, that is basically from question number 52 to question number 60. As basically we have already discussing these questions from the previous two sessions. We will discuss theoretical plus theory plus some important points along with the MCQ. Clear? So let's start our question. Question number 52 basically presents on your screens now. So I request to all of you, please go through the question very well and tell basically what is the correct answer. Clear? So out of the four carrier concepts emphasized by driver, what is the basic feature of spiral carrier pattern? Clear? So what is the basic feature of spiral carrier pattern? First one is developing plan for upward movement. Clear? Basically developing plan basically for the upward movement with the same profession. Clear? Developing plan basically for the upward movement with the same profession by using organization hierarchy. Second one basically that is frequent job hopping with the constant high performance. Clear? Frequent job hopping with the constant high performance and elevate position. Clear? And elevate position. Third one here basically that is reaching a higher level, higher than. Clear? Basically reaching a higher level, higher than where one started, but then continuing on the same level. Clear? But then continuing basically on the same level. Fourth one basically that is frequent system shifting. Clear? Frequent shifting basically from one job to another, not necessarily related to the previous one. Clear? Frequent shifting basically from one job to another, not necessarily related to the previous one, without achieving excellence. Clear? Basically without achieving excellence. So what will be the correct answer? That is basically which of the following is the basic feature of the spiral carrier pattern? Clear? Spiral carrier pattern. So option number A is that is developing a plan for upward movement basically with the same profession by using organizational hierarchy. Clear? Basically by using organizational hierarchy. So please tell fast basically this is related to what? So basically this is called the linear concept. Clear? So basically this is called the linear carrier concept. I have already discussed this thing, I think in the set number 3rd or set number 4. Clear? So this is regarding the linear carrier concept. Clear? And basically we have to discuss regarding the spiral carrier concept. Clear? So option number B, that is frequent job hopping. Clear? Basically frequent job hopping with the constant high performance. Clear? Basically with constant high performance and elevate position. Clear? Basically with the constant high performance and elevate position. Clear? So basically this is related to the spiral carrier pattern. Clear? So option number B is the answer here. Clear? Option number B is the answer here. Clear? So basically C is what is a C? Reaching a higher level. Clear? Basically reaching a higher level, higher than basically where one started. Clear? Basically, and then continuing on the same level. Clear? So basically this is related to which pattern? This is related to the plateau carrier. Clear? Basically this is related to the plateau carrier. PLATEAU. Last one basically that is frequent shifting basically from one job to another, not necessarily related to the previous one, without achieving the excellence. Clear? Basically without achieving the excellence. Clear? So this is basically related to what? Please tell fast what is the correct answer of this point. Please tell fast basically what is the correct answer. What is this? This is basically related to which pattern? Clear? Please tell fast. This is related to which pattern? Please tell the answer. So this is related to the transitory pattern. Clear? This is related to the transitory pattern. Clear? So I request to all of you, please remember all these things. I have already discussed all these points at least 1 or 2 times. Now this time basically I have discussing once again. So please remember that, and definitely basically I will tell you, you will find questions basically from these points in the examination. Clear? So please remember, these are very easy points. Clear? Just basically if you understand the concept, what is trajectory? That is basically continuously shifting from one place to another. That is transition. Plateau, reaching a higher level. Clear? This is the ground. This is the plateau. This is the hill. Clear? This is a, so reaching a higher level. Clear? Already basically you are here. So basically you are trying to little bit high more. Clear? This is like, you can remember that. Clear? So reaching a higher level, basically higher than basically where one started, and then continuing on the same level. Clear? And then continuing on the same level. Clear? Then it basically means that this is a flat. Clear? And then continuing on the same level. Clear? This is the meaning of that. So frequent job hopping basically with constant high performance, that is spiral career pattern. Clear? Fourth one basically, that is you are going upward basically with the proper way. Clear? Others are also proper way basically, but in the same organization. Clear? So developing plan basically for the upward movement basically within the same profession by using organizational hierarchy. That is basically known to be as the linear career concept. Clear? Linear career concept. So answer for this question, it is to be option number B. Now move to the next question, question number 53. Question number 53. Now let's discuss what is that question says that. So that is related to the BPR. Clear? That is basically related to the BPR, that is business process engineering. Clear? That is business process engineering. This is basically we have already discussed in the chapter number 21, part 1. So the principles of the business process re-engineering. Clear? The principles of the business process re-engineering approach do not include. Clear? The principles of the business process engineering basically do not approach. Business process re-engineering approach basically do not include. Clear? So what it do not include? Option number A is basically that is scrapping any process line. Clear? Basically scrapping any process line over 2 years old. Clear? Basically scrapping any process line over 2 years old and starting again basically from the scratch. Clear? Scrapping any process line. Clear? Basically scrapping any process line over 2 years old. Clear? Basically over 2 years old and starting again basically from the scratch. Clear? And starting again from the scratch. Second one basically that is rethinking. Clear? Basically that is rethinking business process cross functionally basically to organize work around natural information flows. Clear? Rethinking business processes basically cross functionally to organize work around natural information flows. Third one basically that is striving for improvements basically in the performance by radical rethinking and redesigning the process. Option number 4 is basically checking that all internal customers act as their own suppliers basically to identify the problems. Clear? Act as their own suppliers basically to identify the problems. Clear? So what will be the correct one? Basically that is basically they are asking which of the following. Clear? Basically that is which the principles of the business process approach do not include. Clear? So basically what it does not include. So please tell fast basically what is the correct answer here. So the option number A is the correct answer here. That is scrapping any process line. Clear? Basically scrapping any process line over 2 years old and starting again basically from the scratch. Clear? And starting again basically from the scratch. This one basically it will not comes under that. Clear? Basically this one basically will not comes under that. Clear? So option number A is the answer here. Clear? Option number A is the answer here. Now move to the next question. Question number 54. Clear? Question number 54. So the dash provides basically for training linked to employment. Clear? So the dash provides. Clear? Basically that is which act. Clear? The dash provides training. Clear? Basically the dash provides training. Basically the dash provides for training linked to employment. Clear? The dash provides basically for training linked to employment. Clear. Option number is that is Interstate Migrant Workmen Act 1979, Notification of Vacancies Act 1959, Migrant Workmen Act 1979, or Apprentice Act of 1961. Clear. Apprentice Act of 1961. Clear. So what will be the correct answer here? That is basically for training basically linked to the employment. Clear. Basically for training basically linked to the employment. Clear. This point basically we have discussed in the chapter number 20. I think chapter number 20. Yes. Last point basically we have discussed under the chapter number 20. That is basically which act. Clear. So please remember that basically training linked for the employment. That is basically Apprentice Act of 1961. Clear. Apprentice Act of 1961. Clear. That is basically provides for training linked to employment. So option number D is the answer here. Clear. Option number D is the answer here. So can anyone tell basically what is the function of the Interstate Migrant Workmen Act 1979? Please tell fast if anyone knows. Clear. Basically this act basically aims at safeguarding interest. Clear. Aim at safeguarding interest and controlling exploitation of specific groups. Clear. And controlling exploitation of specific groups. Clear. And controlling exploitation of specific groups. Clear. So please remember these things. Clear. Basically please remember these things. Okay. So the correct answer for this question, it has to be option number D, that is Apprentice Act of 1961. Clear. Apprentice Act of 1961. Clear. So basically along with that, basically there is one full form basically in that chapter. There are two, NILM and IIPM. Clear. So can anyone tell basically what is the full form of these two? Please tell fast basically what is the full form of these two? NILM and IIPM. Clear. Basically and IIPM. So please tell fast now what is the full form of that? NILM basically stands for the National Institute of Labor Management. Clear. National Institute of Labor Management. IIPM. Clear. Basically IIPM basically stands for Indian Institute of Personnel Management. Clear. Indian Institute of Personnel Management. Clear. So please remember these things. Clear. Please remember these things. These types of things basically you will also find in the examination. Clear. These types of things basically you will also find in the examination. Clear. Now move to the next question. Question number 55. Clear. Question number 55. So state the following statements that are true. Clear. State the following statements basically that are true. Clear. So please remember or please go through all these statements very carefully. Clear. So let's discuss all these statements basically one by one. And along with that, basically we are able to discuss here, that is, even if any statement is wrong. Clear. So what are the reason behind that? Clear. So why the statement it is to be wrong? Clear. So first of all, basically that is job description. Clear. That is basically job description. Basically what it tells that basically it tells that activities involved. Clear. Job description basically tells that basically that is activities involved. Clear. So here it says that basically job description basically are little more than a list of tasks. Clear. Basically are little basically more than a list of tasks. Clear. So basically it simply records clear each and every component of the job. Clear. Basically each and every component of the job. Clear. So this one is just to be correct here. Clear. A1 basically it is to be corrected. Clear. So jobs are basically the means of accomplishing of organizational objectives. Clear. So basically they saying that basically jobs basically what is the means basically for of accomplishing basically organizational activities. Clear. So basically we have not discussed regarding that the jobs. Clear. Up to this much point. Clear. Because we have discussed regarding the job description, job specification, job analysis. Clear. But not regarding simply jobs. Clear. Third one, job analysis, clear? So job analysis, clear? So all are the part of the job analysis, like basically job description, job specification, and job evaluation, clear? So job analysis, clear, basically is an informal examination of the jobs, clear? So job analysis, basically it is an informal examination of the job, clear? So this one it is to be correct or not? Yes, this one it is to be correct also, clear? So job analysis, basically it is an informal examination of the job. Fourth one, basically that is job analysis basically helps in forecasting human resource requirements, clear? So job analysis basically also helps in human resource requirements, clear? Forecasting human resource requirements, clear? So basically this one it is to be also correct one here. So option number A, C, and D, that is option number D is the correct one here, clear? Option number D is the correct one here, clear? Sometimes basically we are able to confuse, clear, basically which one it is the correct one or which one it is not, clear? So basically it depends sometimes basically on the examiner also, clear, basically what they will think, clear, while putting the option. But I will tell you, clear, basically one thing, not exactly basically every time basically this is to be correct, just for the information purpose. Like basically if in any option, clear, you will find that basically this one basically related to the human resource management, clear, that point it is related to the human resource management. So sometimes basically you have to go with that option also, clear, because most of the time basically it relates to with the content, clear, it relates to with the content, clear? So please go with that option also, clear, because as there are basically this is the last time basically when there is not any negative marking, clear, basically when there is not any negative marking in the examination. So you have to be take care yourself, clear? So while taking the option, clear, so that you will approach towards the correct one, clear? So that basically you will approach towards the correct one, clear? Now move to the next question. So the correct answer basically for this question it is to be basically option number D. Now move to the next question. Question number 56. So what it says that some of the major assumptions of the scientific management approach, clear? Some of the major assumptions basically of the scientific measurement approach. So this question basically I will give you basically for the practice purpose, and I request to all of you, clear, basically I request to all of you, please go through the question very carefully and try to answer the question, clear, and try to answer the question. Please tell fast, and after that basically I will discuss. Please tell fast what is the correct answer. This is also basically from the chapter number 20. So some of the major assumptions basically of the scientific measurement approach, clear. First one is the tasks basically can be broken down into simple units, clear. The task basically can be broken down basically into simple units for people to understand and perform, clear. The task basically can be broken down into simple units basically for people to understand and perform, clear. So this one it is to be correct or not? Yes, this one it is to be correct one, clear, because at that time basically when we are discussing the topic basically we have discussed the 3 points, clear. Basically we have discussed the 3 points, clear, that is scientific management approach, clear. And this basically it was pointed by, this approach basically was pointed by, can anyone remember the name? I have discussed at that time, pointed by Frederick Taylor. Yes, many students are right. Yes, you are right. Frederick Taylor. For his famous, basically what he write, that is basically division of labor, clear, that is division of labor. Famous work. Okay, so first one it is to be correct one. Second one, people will do a given activity, clear, basically people will do a given activity basically in return for money, clear, basically people will do a given activity or people basically will do the work basically for what? Basically in a return for money, clear, basically in a return for money, clear. So this one it is to be correct or not? People will do a given activity basically in a return for money. This one it is to be correct also. Third one, group behavior or dynamics etc. were perceived as relevant, clear, basically group behavior or dynamic etc. basically were perceived as relevant for managing people and work, clear, basically for managing people and work, clear. Basically this is not any assumption, clear, basically this is not any assumption basically under the scientific management approach, clear. So this one it is not to be correct here. So A and B are to be correct here, clear. So this one is the answer, basically C is to be not correct one. So this is also not comes under that. A, B, and D. This one is to be the answer. But basically, we have to go with the option number D also. Basically, we have to go through basically what it trying to say that. Clear? Basically, what it tries to say that. So basically, it tells that here, people will have to do what is defined by the organization and in turn by the technology. Clear? Basically, people will have to do. Clear? Basically, people will have to do what is defined by the organization. Clear? That is basically what is defined by the organization and in turn by the technology. Clear? Basically, and in turn by the technology. Clear? So here A, B, and D. Clear? So here basically A, B, and D are to be correct ones. So option number D, C is the answer. Clear? So please go with the chapter number 20, part 1. Clear? Along with that, basically, there is very, very important question basically in the chapter number 20. Basically, in the part 1, basically, we have discussed in the video also. What is the full form of VUCA? VUCA. Please tell fast. Sometimes basically you will directly find basically this question in the examination. What is the full form of VUCA? Please tell fast. What is the correct answer of that? VUCA. Most important or one of the favorite questions. V basically stands for the volatility. U basically stands for the uncertainty. Volatility, uncertainty. C basically stands for the complexity. A basically stands for the ambiguity. Clear? So this is the full form of the VUCA. And I request to all of you, please remember these points. Clear? Please remember these points and please try to go through the slides. Clear? As basically it is not sufficient to, basically it is not possible to go through all the questions this time. All the videos go through. So basically, please go through the PDFs, clear, of the sessions, clear, so that basically you are able to remember all these points. At least go through basically 2 to 3 times. Now move to the next question. So the principles, I think we have already discussed this question. Yes. Question number 58. This one basically we have already discussed also. By mistake, I will put the same questions. So now move to the next question, question number 60. Clear? As some questions are repeated here. Clear? As some questions are repeated here. Clear? So the mental process to interpret, clear, the mental process basically to interpret environment as per one's own understanding, basically it is known as, clear, the mental process basically to interpret environment basically as one's own understanding, basically it is known as, clear, as per one's own understanding, clear, basically it is known as perception, personality, attitude, and ability. Clear? Perception, personality, attitude, and ability. Clear? So basically this question basically it is from chapter number 22. Clear? Basically this question it is basically from the chapter number 22. Clear? So the mental process basically to interpret environment basically as per own understanding, that is basically known as perception. Clear? Basically that is basically known as a perception. Clear? So option number A is the correct answer here. Clear? Option number A is the correct answer here. So basically along with that, basically I will discuss basically behavior of a human or behavior of an individual is influenced by several factors. Clear? Behavior of an individual basically is influenced by several factors. Clear? Basically is influenced by several factors. Can anyone tell basically what is the name of these factors? Clear? So behavior of an individual, clear, basically behavior of an individual, basically it is influenced by the several factors. So can anyone tell basically which one all are these factors? Clear? So basically which one all are these factors? So first one basically that is the environmental factors. Second one basically among that is the personal factors. Third one among that is the organizational factors. Fourth one basically that is the psychological factors. And under the psychological factors, basically we have perception also. Clear? Under the psychological factors, basically we have perception also. Okay, so all I request to all of you, please remember all these points. Clear? Please remember all these points. So please tell fast up to this much point. Basically, it is clear to all of you basically what we have discussed today. So in this session, basically, I have to discuss up to this much point. So basically, by mistake, I have basically some questions are to be same. Clear? Basically, there is some error. Clear? Or basically by mistake, I have clear prepared some question again. That is clear. So next session, basically, we will discuss some more questions. So thanks to all of you for joining this session. Hope all of you are able to understand all these points properly. So thanks to all of you for joining this session.